Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Thassa's Oracle. Another card I've heard about, have never seen him play. What's the deal?
So, Thassa's Oracle is a win con. If you had seen it in play, someone was pub stomping. You don't play at that level at all. Um, Realistically, this card says play it when you're going to win. That is how it reads to people who have played against it.
Okay.
The way it wins is it comes into play, and there's a trigger upon its entered the battlefield where you count up all the blue pips amongst your permanents, and that's your devotion to blue.
In your library. So the cards
No, you're counting up what's on the battlefield,
when Thassa enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library.
where X is your devotion to blue.
Okay. So your devotion to blue is not in the library. It's what you already have out on the field.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this hits the field, you count up your devotion to blue, and then you look at your library and says, huh, X is bigger than that. I win. That is how it works. So when this card enters the battlefield, what makes it so good is this trigger goes on the stack. So everyone has a chance to respond.
But if you have a ton of blue on the field.
So, nope, that's not it at all. You don't care about how many cards are in your library when you play it, because if you're playing it, you're going to follow it up by trigger goes on stack, demonic consultation, or tainted pact. Both of those cards say empty your library.
Oh, okay. So you do care, but there are tricks
Yeah,
to.
and both those cards are instants. They're either 1 or 2 mana.
So if you're playing defensively against Thassa's Oracle, do you have to have 2 cards to play defense, to one against Thassa's Oracle or one against one of these other cards?
So sort of. This is where it gets interesting. You get into a lot of the theory. I'm very pro cards like Stifle, where it says counter target ability, and I like using that, especially with how prevalent Thassa's or the Thoracle combos are, where you say let them empty your library with demonic consultation, but with the trigger still on the stack, I'm going to stifle that ability. So your library is empty, but then
You stifled the win ability.
I win, but let them empty their library. This isn't always going to work, and you're not going to try to win like this without having protection of your own. So counter magic, things to defend your win. So this normally, if people can interact, you're going to see a stack of up to 10 spells or sometimes more of people trying to deal with it.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, you don't counter the Thoracle so much as you do the consultation, or there's a lot of different things that will impact this. Some counter spells say counter target instant sorcery, but that gets into a whole higher level of magic.
Yes, we are well beyond me here.
But yes, Thoracle is a I win card.
And I'm assuming that's the nickname for Thassa's Oracle?
Thoracle?
Thoracle?
Yes.
Okay.